Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ha, Racha, Chodash, Ma'amath. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders. Double honors to my elder, Aharawan Ban Yasharal of the Lions Den Camp, here in Jacksonville, Florida. Also, salutations to the sincere Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity around the four corners of this earth. Abnakar Harab Ban Yasharala, coming out of the Lions Den Camp of Yasharala, located here in Jacksonville, Florida. Now today I'll be coming out with a quick lesson. And of course, you know, it's Isaiah chapter 58, verse 1. And without further ado, I'm going to get right into it and then expound a little bit. It says, "Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins." So the Lord tells us to cry aloud and spare not, meaning we're supposed to speak up. We're supposed to let this gospel be heard. And spare not, meaning we ain't supposed to spare feelings. Our people are caught up in feelings. They're caught up in what make them feel good. They want to hear what make them feel good. But the Lord tells us to cry aloud, meaning speak this truth. Don't spare nobody's feelings. Lift up that voice like a trumpet. What that mean is to speak loudly. You know, lift up your voice like a trumpet. A trumpet is a very loud, high-pitched brass instrument. You know, it's part of the brass family. You know, trumpets, trombones, tubas, French horns, blah, 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 blah. But anyways, the Lord tells us to basically lift up our voice, meaning like roar like a lion. But that also applies to when we're doing sit downs as well. No, you don't have to be yelling to the top of your lungs while you're in the privacy of your own home, you know, doing these lessons, because, you know, some brothers, they live in apartments and everything, and there's a noise ordinance, so, you know, things of the sort like that. So you got to be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove, but nonetheless, you still should speak up. Speak up so that those that are watching your videos can hear what you're saying. Because the truth of the matter is, I've ran across a lot of videos here lately, and it's just not loud enough. You know, it's like nobody should have to turn their TV up so loud just to hear what you're saying. You're supposed to be speaking loud enough to be heard, so that the message of Yahweh Bahasham Yahushua can get across to his people. So again, Isaiah 58, verse 1. "Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions." Transgression, Salakia. "And the house of Jacob their sins." So we must lift up our voice. We must speak loud enough to be heard. That's basically what the Lord is saying. Speak loud enough to be heard. Roar like a lion. When we're out in the highways and the byways, yeah, really speak up. But when you're in the privacy of your own home, your own domain, speak loud enough so that when you upload your videos and you do, it can be heard by those who are giving ear. Because those that watch your videos, they are listening. People are listening. The elect, the hopeful elect, is always listening to be edified and to be taught. But we must lift up our voice. And yes, we must show our people the error of their ways. We must do that. This is what the Lord called us to do. This is part of the regiment that we must follow according to Yahweh Bahasham Yahushua. And we must show the house of Jacob, the whole body of Israel. Well, we'll say 2/3 of our people, but nonetheless, I'll just use in general the whole body. We must let our people know their sins. But mainly to 2/3 of our people, because they're the ones who got a deaf ear, who ain't listening. But nonetheless, you should always speak up. You're doing a sit-down video, speak up loud enough to be heard. I have one more precept, and then I'll end it. Proverbs 17. I'm going to start at one, but I'll find it. Verse 28. Here we go. Nope, Salakia. Not verse 28, verse 27. Put it in green. It says, this is Proverbs chapter 17, verse 27. It said, "He that has knowledge spareth his words, and a man of understanding is of an excellent spirit." So he that has the knowledge of Yahweh Bahasham Yahushua spareth his words, meaning he will speak when necessary, and if given or necessary, or if he has to expound on a point, he will expound on this point, and then he will retract his words. And that's what you must do as well. Sometimes you can't talk too much when it comes down to breaking down scriptures. You can do that. There is a thing, talking too much. You know, if you're gonna bring out a precept or bring out whatever, you bring it out, the precept first, you expound on it. You know what I'm saying? Then guess what? You back bringing out another precept. You know, short and sweet, like my elder of this camp, Harold Wan, like to say, short and sweet. Make your point. It's like getting in and getting out. Make your point, throw your punches, jump back. Make your point, jump back. Make your point, jump back. Short and sweet. You know, when you're doing these lessons, when you're doing the work, when you're doing lessons, you should bring out more scriptures and break down more scriptures than talking. It shouldn't be like one scripture and then you talk for 3 minutes, 4-5 minutes. Bring out that scripture, break it down, on to the next part of that scripture if you got anything else on there, or to the next precept. But again, and I'll end it. Proverbs 17, verse 27. He that has knowledge spareth his words. So a man of understanding that has knowledge, he's going to spare his words. He ain't going to be speaking too much. And a man of understanding is of an excellent spirit. So of course, you know, a man of understanding is of an excellent spirit. An excellent spirit that's self-explanatory. It's an excellent spirit, meaning it's not going to do too much. So, 2 things. Speak up when you're doing the work of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And when you're bringing out your lessons. And of course, you know, you're going to have points where you expound a little bit, you know, on whatever it is. You may have something extra to say, but once you're done, next precept. And then you keep it moving. You keep it rolling. And with that, Shalom.